Tyson punched this guy, and apparently he has an extensive criminal record. So someone got a new error on the phone. Oh yeah. Okay, so punch victim has extensive criminal record. So let's back up a little. Let's back up. We'll end the show on something a bit more hilarious, which is not funny, but it is kind of funny to me. Mike Tyson punched plane passenger after bottle thrown. Former heavyweight boxer Mike Tyson punched fellow airline passenger after the person threw a bottle of water at him. Tyson's spokesperson has said video taken on the plane shows Tyson leaning over his seat and has repeatedly punched the unidentified man. Spokesperson for the Boxing Hall of Famer confirmed Tyson had an incident with an aggressive passenger who was harassing him. Police were dispatched and temporarily detained 2 individuals. One person was treated at San Francisco International Airport for non-life-threatening injuries. That subject provided minimal detail of the incident and refused to cooperate further with the police investigation, a spokeswoman for the San Francisco Police Department said in the statement. Both were released pending further investigation. The department did not identify either of the individuals involved. The attack occurred on board a JetBlue fight on Wednesday. Okay, misspelled there. Before it set off from San Francisco to Florida. The video published on TMZ does not show the entirety of the altercation, and a water bottle was not visible in the footage. According to TMZ, Tyson had agreed to take a picture with the passenger at the beginning of the flight, but then the man continued to harass Tyson despite requests. So here we go. What? Yeah. Last week he did. So let's. This is look at him go. Look at him, dude. Could you imagine being fucked up by? Yes, look at him. Damn, could you imagine that shit, man?
Let's go stop back.
Could you imagine getting your ass fucking pummeled by Mike Tyson? I can't keep teaching on my laptop. Oh, okay. All right, well. All right. It looks like Raina's gonna let us go a little longer. The video of Tyson striking his fellow passenger includes audio of another person, but that's not the full video I saw. Where's the full video? Let's go find the full video. Because you got to get an idea of what this dude did. Yeah. Oh, God damn it. They're probably going to make me watch a commercial, aren't they? Damn it! He's so lucky he's messing with a newfound peace for Mike Tyson, because on that was Mike Tyson of old. Yeah, no shit. Oh, who is this?
The video was obtained by TMZ.
Come on, let's go stop back. There's a horse, man.
Video is surprising.
I don't care what you people have to say. I want to see the actual. Is this the actual video? So watch this douche.
This is George talking to Mike Tyson, bro. This shit crazy, bro. Mike Tyson. My dog done got lit, man. He over here rapping with Tyson. Mike Tyson trying to give us some shrooms. You don't know how to act. Tyson looking out, man. This shit crazy. He should have never gave you niggas money.
I would say he has a very punchable face. That's what I would say. This guy has a very punchable face. So, I mean, like, you see his haircut, right? You see he's drunk off his ass. Yeah, Mike Tyson 15 years ago would have been bad. Very bad. Very bad. And now look. Bam, bam, bam.
Hey, Mike, come on. Let's go stop back. There's a horse, man.
Look at his face.
Blue, net flight. My boy just got beat up by Mike Tyson. Turn that way.
Damn. That is some indentations on your face, son. Holy shit. That looks like it was painful. I mean, I can't imagine what it's like to get hit by Mike Tyson. And he's been training lately because he just had a fight, right?
Yeah, he got f***ed up. Just trying to ask for an autograph, man. I don't know what happened.
I know what happened. He was being annoying as fuck and was like, and Mike Tyson, and they said he threw a bottle. And Mike Tyson was like, fuck this guy. I'm not dealing with that. So, so this guy, a little bit about this guy. So the victim has extensive criminal record. So, you know, he did it to himself. Well, kind of. I mean, Mike Tyson shouldn't have hit him. He shouldn't have. It's wrong. Violence is not the answer. He probably should have had someone like, you know, I don't know. I'm sure he just wanted to get this over. Hey, I was on a plane and MT whooped my arse. The man who got punched by Mike Tyson on the JetBlue plane has a long criminal record, TMZ has learned. His name is Melvin Townsend III. Ugh. And this isn't his first encounter with cops by any means. He's convicted of fraud, grand theft, burglary, possession of controlled substances, and trafficking stolen property. As for specifics, the 30-year-old broke onto a property in 2018 and stole a trailer that he hitched to his pickup. The drug possession offense was for oxycodone, of course. Official docs don't mention other specifics. He served time twice, one for 20 months and another time for 15 months. Yes. Melvin, shake my head. Come on, man. Come on, Melvin. TMZ broke the story. Townsend looks like he was harassing Tyson after they boarded the flight Wednesday from San Francisco to Miami. Before the plane took off, Townsend, who was sitting behind Tyson, was hounding. Mike's team claims Townsend threw a water bottle at him. So we just watched that video. The boxing champ then snapped and unloaded on him with repeated punches, leaving him bloodied. Both men got off the plane and were met by cops. Townsend said he didn't want to press charges, and they were both free to go. Tyson made his way to Miami, swarmed by fans when he arrived. So that happens, right? Now let's hold on. So he does that. And I'm sorry, I'm such a terrible typer. Mike Tyson smokes with Rick Ross and Ric Flair after the airplane. So this is hip hop. So this is what Mike Tyson, after he punches this motherfucker, if someone threw a bottle at me somewhere I couldn't run, I get Tyson. Yeah, I suppose so. Willis, what is up? What's up, homie? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for being in here. It's been a little bit. Appreciate you. Plus it's Mike Tyson. He's a fighter. Yeah, you don't fuck with Mike Tyson. Like, that's the thing. He was fucking with Mike Tyson is a wild fucking dude. You can't be fucking with Mike Tyson. This dude will fuck you up. Like, Robin Gibbons. We might have to launch that Barbara Walters thing after this. So after landing a few punches while aboard JetBlue flight, Mike Tyson was seen partying with Rick Ross and Ric Flair. Oh, shit. Yeah, Ricky Ross, the boss, and Ric Flair. Don't glare. So he goes directly from flying, beating the shit out of somebody to go straight up to party. Iron Mike was seen smiling and smoking it up alongside rap mogul and wrestling legend as they entertained the crowd during the Benziga Cannabis Capital Conference. This motherfucker's at a conference, at a weed conference. Look at this. Let's go. Let's go.
Mike, good to see you, baby.
Smoking weed.
Good to see you, baby.
Right, I agree, Willis.
Let's go, get the job. Somebody roll up and down to one Flaiir. Yeah.
Ricky Ross. Woo! Yes, he did it. Yo.
Wait. Did I see correctly? Is that Rick Ross, Mike Tyson, and Ric Flair? The Nature Boy! Woo! Come on, fam. What kind of historical moment is this in hip-hop, B? Let me know in the comments how you feel about this. It's crazy, B. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. So there you go. Tyson was originally asked to speak at the weed conference on Thursday, but event organizer reportedly canned his appearance following his brutal beatdown on a rowdy passenger aboard his incoming JetBlue flight. Organizers said cutting Tyson from the program was due to a flight change. As reported by TMZ, the legendary boxer was caught on camera on Thursday, April 21st, punching a male passenger who was later identified as Melvin Townsend III. Okay, so there's the thing. Townsend 36 has reportedly had several run-ins with law enforcement, and we know that. So I thought it was so fucking awesome that Mike Tyson fucks somebody up and then goes and hangs out with Rick Ross and Ric Flair. How fucking dope is that? And they're just sitting there smoking weed. That shit is awesome. Woo! Woo! That's the only reason why I'm talking about this, because he was hanging out with Rick Ross, the boss. Maybach money, baby. Oh, man. Oh, shit. I just think that's amazing. I just think it's amazing. Thank you, Pizza Man. We needed another woo. We got to hold it down. We got to hold it down. No, you did. No, you didn't. Can't take poor people anyway. Oh, shit. Can't take them anywhere. Oh my God. So yeah, I'm wishing all the best. Like, I just heard Mike Tyson too on Joe Rogan's podcast just a few days before this happened. And he's talking about how peaceful he's been. He's just smoking weed. He went and took ayahuasca or something. And he had a whole, an awakening. And then he started training again. He what did he do? He started fighting and training, and he was saying that before, he said that if he starts training at all, that he gets wild and he gets back into fighter mode and he turns into like something else. I saw that too. It's a few years ago old, the podcast, right? Yes, it is. Yeah, the Joe Rogan one. Yeah, he went on there before, and he was talking about how he was. He was chilling. And even on this last one he was on, he was talking about, just seemed like a peaceful dude, but you can't just go, yes, he found an ego switch or something. Yeah. But you can't just fucking, like, you have to be a really dumb fuck to like fuck with Mike Tyson. You don't poke the bear, bro. You don't poke the bear. That's fucking the champ. He's going to start a league for the legend. Hey. Is that what he's gonna do? Is that what he's talking about? That'd be kind of dope. Let's watch. Okay. Look at it.
You know what people write about you, say about you. You know, this is the beautiful, glamorous actress with her beautiful, glamorous mother who are out to ruin this, basically, I don't know what, tough guy?
Naive, yes.
Oh my God. Naive. That's right. She was just shit talking him right in front of him too. He's in his 60s. Yeah, he's an older dude. He's got a superpower, man. The dude walks into a room and just knows he can fuck every single person up in the room. Did you guys see when he like stared down that armed gunman who was? Hold on, Liz. This has just happened like a few weeks ago. I think it was at a strip club. Yeah, Mike Tyson plays it cool after this dude. So like, check this out. This is how much.
Yeah. All I need is shoot. Huh? What are you doing? All I need is shoot. Can I get a favor, bro? Hey, Mike. Hey, what the fuck are you doing, man? Get the fuck up out of here.
So, you know, it's the champ, right? It's the champ, and everybody, the trainer whispers simp master. The great, 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 great pimp master Robin Gibbons. Robin Gibbons. So this guy, they're at some night. It looks like this was a comedy club or something, and Mike Tyson's just trying to chill. This dude's just trying to and this dude, like, I'm drunk and I just need to talk to Mike. I just need to talk to Mike. But then watch how it goes. And he's like, okay, you want to push? Oops. Whoop. He cocks it. And then everybody's like, I'm out of here. Look, Mike is like, hey, all love, baby, all love.
All right.
There you go.
No, Brownsville. Excuse me.
Hey.
Shalom. Salute.
There it is.
I don't play like that, man. Nah, fuck that. Mike knows. Hey, Daddy,
Mike knows. But look how like calm he is. He didn't even like flinch when that let's see how that goes again. See if they show Mike's reaction or if he's off camera. I think he's off camera. Oh no, here he is. Here's Mike. Let's go. He pushes him. Mike. Gun. Mike sees the gun. Mike Tyson does nothing. He sits and Mike's like, get this motherfucker over here so I can get him out of here.
There you go.
No, Brownsville. Excuse me.
Mike Tyson didn't even flinch, dude. Mike Tyson didn't even flinch. Does not give a fuck about guns. You're a bitch ass sucker. Here's my problem. Would that dude still be calling him a bitch ass sucker if he didn't have a gun on him? Because that bouncer just pushed his ass and he went like, he just like stumbled over himself. If he didn't have a gun, would he be talking that same shit or would he be eating the fucking curb outside the door? Well, we know he's not coming back. Truth. And out the door he goes. Everybody's just like, God damn. And then where's the comedian? Look, give it up for Mike. The comedian has to like go back on and tell jokes. How do you come back from that? It was like how Chris Rock had to come back. He couldn't come back from that slap. There was no coming back. I think Mike's been in so many dangerous situations you could tell the real from the fake. Yeah, and he grew up in fucking Brooklyn, like when Brooklyn was actually Brooklyn, and it was like, it looked like a war zone. I mean, that dude faced violence every day as a kid. You gotta think about where this dude comes from. He comes from like a war zone, and fucking, he just like fucking. I mean, like, he's probably seen all this horrifying shit already as a kid. In your developmental stage, as a young teenager or even as a young boy, your developmental stage is in a high-stress area like Brooklyn, a la like the late 70s or whenever he came up, the 80s maybe. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking nuts. That's a nutty way to grow up. And so... fucking that gun probably was just like, I'll just get this dude out of here. You're like, come over here, man. Just give me a hug. Just give me a hug and get the fuck out. I'm sorry, that was a bad impression of Mike Tyson. I love it though. The more I see about Mike Tyson, the more I know about him, the more I do love him. Although he was a very violent person back in the day, as in towards, because I'm pretty sure he fucking fucked Robin Gibbons up. Like, that's the other thing. He was also like out of control at point. But this lady right here, look, she is smiling and calling him, what does she call him? Mike.
Tough guy.
Naive, yes.
Naive.
Why
And she looks back. I don't like the way she looked back at Barbara Walters, but for the comedian, he has the best, or you can ever tell in exactly, exactly. That's the best story you're gonna have. You ain't fucking with it. You ain't fucking with it. That's a bit, right? That's a bit. If he doesn't have a good bit from that, then he ain't a good comedian. If he doesn't turn that into a bit, then he's a sucker ass bitch. Okay, you hear me, Mr. Comic Man? You're a sucker ass bitch if you don't take that and turn it into a bit. Anyways, let's watch Robin Givens humiliate Mike Tyson. And yeah, look, Robin Givens was like 95 pounds, and Mike Tyson was what, like 360 something of pure muscle. I'm not 3, but like 260 something of pure muscle. I don't know if that's how much he weighed, but the dude was just stacked. This dude, I mean, he was the fucking champ, man. The champ.
How do they say it?
I think people wonder why we're together.
You are a college graduate, right? Well-educated, actress. This is a man who was a high school dropout, who went to reform school. You're very different, at least on the surface. Why do you love him?
Because he's smart, and because he's gentle. He's got this incredibly gentle side. Because Michael loves me more than anything in the world. I feel like he needs me, which I like. I like that.
Well, that's why I love her, because she really feels that she can protect me.
There was no prenuptial agreement.
No.
I know.
Why should there be?
Isn't that rude? Fucking Barbara Walters and her elitist ass. He's a high school dropout. He was in reform school. Why the fuck are you fucking with this poor? This poor. Get this poor out of here.
There's a certain sense of idealism that comes with being young that I wouldn't trade for anything in the world. We got married to be together forever.
See how that's going.
Not to plan for divorce.
What do you think about what Robin's saying?
She's totally true. I mean, and about a prenuptial agreement, I wouldn't know how to go about to ask her to sign it. If you're going to marry somebody, you trust them, and that's what marriage is all about, is being together for the rest of your life. For this stage of my life, I do have many millions. My wife would just have to ask for it, and she has every penny I have. If she wants it right now, she could leave right now. Take everything I have and just leave. She has the right to do that. She has the power to do that.
Did you see her give that like a second thought? She's like, I could just leave, couldn't I? I could just get the fuck right on out of here. Take all this shit.
She's still here. She tolerates my and I love my wife.
You said all your millions. Robin could have anything she wanted. Does she ask for a lot? Does she spend a lot?
No, I have to force her to buy things. I have to force her to dress a certain way that I like. She wants to go out with jeans and boots.
Robin, some of the things that we've read, that he's hit you, that he's chased you and your mother around in Russia, that Mike has a very volatile temper. True?
Extremely volatile temper. I think people see that about every 3 months. He's got a side to him that's scary. Michael is intimidating, to say the least. I think that there's a time when he cannot control his temper, and that's frightening to me or to my mother, and to anyone around. It's scary.
What happens?
He gets out of control, throwing, screaming.
Does he hit you?
He shakes, he pushes, he swings. Sometimes I think he's trying to scare me.
He swings.
There are times when, or there were times that it happened when I thought I could handle it, you know. And just recently I've become afraid. I mean, very, very much afraid. For instance, Russia, I was afraid. And my mom and I are in the lobby of a hotel, and I said, what are we doing?
What was happening?
He was out of control.
Chasing after you in the lobby?
Yeah, Michael is a manic depressive. He is. I mean, that's just a fact.
It is a little strange as well. Forces her to buy stuff. But he's like, you better buy this shit or else it's over. You know, or I'm going to punch you in the face. Oh, look at that. There's her O face right there. O face. Just a smidge. I've been in toxic. I mean, I'm sure we've all been in toxic relationships. And the thing about toxic relationships, especially if you care about somebody, is that you both feed into each other's shit, man. You know, look what's going on with Johnny Depp and the Amber Heard or whatever. You know, like those two people were toxic for each other, but yet there's this strong connection. Like, I bet they fuck. Like, I bet that's her outfit. I bet she squirts and he's just like, I'm the champ. I bet he fucks. I bet they fuck. I bet that's what's good about the relationship, is that chemical reaction of sex. And everything else is, I'm sure they have nice moments and stuff. But I mean, the last toxic relationship I was in, it was terrible. It was like, you know, we were both on drugs. You know, we were both fucked up all the time. I was drinking, drugging, doing all this crazy shit. She was drinking. She was doing blow all night, playing World of Warcraft. Like, I would go out and be like, hey, what's up? Hey, you want to come out with me and the boys or whatever? And she's like, no, I gotta do a raid. I gotta do a raid. And I'm just like, you fucking nerd. And also the sweet times are so sweet with him. I can imagine that's an addicting part. Exactly. It's like, and when it's good, it's good. And like with that toxic relationship, and it was the relationship that Raina got me out of, because she kind of swooped in. Raina was just like, nah, the boy is mine. Yeah, so it was a good transition to go from this chick to Raina. But, you know, like, she was really an intelligent person. We had really great conversations. We, you know, like, you know, the sex was great as well. You know, we were very compatible sexually, and she was about of a hornball as I was. So, like, every time that I went over there, she expected to get laid. And me too. And so, like, it was like one of those situations where, like, we're just, you know, it worked on some level, but for the most part, the highs were good, but the lows were just way too low. It was just way too low. And it was just, and it's just this weird attraction, and you make each other nuts. And like, I remember just being on the phone with her, getting her so riled up that she'll be like coming to my house and like hitting the door. And I've had to call the cops on her a few times to get her out of the situation, because she's sitting there just fucking banging on the door, like crying and just putting on a whole show. I mean, it wasn't good. It wasn't a good relationship. And so I get that idea of toxic relationships. I get what the attraction is there. And it's tough. It's tough. When the lows start to outweigh the highs, it's time to vamos. Yes, exactly. Pizza Man, it's exactly right, because it doesn't get better, you know. And I remember I dated this girl for like 8 months. It was like a long time, and like I didn't even want to date her at first. I didn't want, you know, like she just had a bad reputation already. She'd already slept with like 3 of my friends, and I was just like, yeah, I'll smash too. It's like I didn't show her the respect that she didn't command respect, I'll tell you that, but I also didn't respect her that much. And that's a shame. It's a shame because, you know, we both hurt each other, and we both cheated on each other rampantly. And it was just one of those really, I don't know, it just worked and it didn't. I'm notorious for putting up with stuff for years. Whew, Pizza Man, it's not good. Not a good basis. OG. Yeah, no, not at all. It's not. 2 people who don't even, you know, don't even know themselves, self-hating people. I was self-hating. She was self-hating. She didn't like to shower. I used to have to make her shower. It's like, you need to go take a shower. Oh my God. She would go poop, and she like her room was connected to her bathroom, and she was the first room because she shared with 3 other people in this like multi-level condo, and her room was the first room and it had its own bathroom. And so like she would just go get booze or go get food and just come back and cocaine, and she'd just be in her room fucked up, smoking cigarettes, playing World of Warcraft. And oh my God, so she had a bathroom connected to her room. And I remember this one time she went poop and she just walked straight out the door. And I was like, did you wash your hands? She's like, what? I was like, did you just come out of there and not wash your hands? She's like, well, the toilet paper, you don't get poop on, the poop doesn't go through the toilet paper. I was like, that is so fucking disgusting. Go in there and wash your fucking hands. Right. Wow, is important, bro. Right. Yeah. What was that one video, the viral video? What was that guy's name where he's just running around in circles and they're all like, I mean, it was an old video. I can't remember what his name was. He just kept on saying his stupid name and everybody hated him. And he's like, yeah, Leroy Jenkins. Yes, thank you, Morby. She showed me that. That's how you get pink eye and Hep A. Yeah. Yo, that's what I'm saying. But again, she had a fat ass. She was Italian, so she had like this big fat ass. She had some big old boobies, and I mean, she looked good in a dress. I mean, like she was cool. I mean, like I can't even like now it like I remember this is gross, but like one time we got done having sex and this big fucking thing of mucus came falling out of her, and I'm just like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, what is that? Oh my God. And there's I'm not even gonna say that story. It's too perverted. I mean, because she was the type of girl that was like, spit in my mouth. You know what I mean? Spit in my mouth. I'm just like, okay. And then she would want to spit in my mouth, and sometimes, again, she didn't have great hygiene. I cannot with bad person. That's such a turn out. Yo, I'm with that. Yes, canceled. I agree, Pizza Man. I agree. Here, we'll make that double. Yeah, God. Okay, so this one time, like, I was over her and I had my junk in her mouth, and like I was basically smashing on her mouth, right? And like I leaned it when I went to bust, I leaned in as much as I could and like shot right down into her throat. Like just I was like, like that. And I'm sorry I'm even saying this. I'm sorry, guys. This is gross. But this is a mature channel, okay? This is a mature channel. She was just like, and she got up and she went and puked. And now you got, don't you make a crumb on my desk, wife. I'd prefer Raina too. Oh my God, Raina was such an upgrade. Like she actually respects herself and loves herself, and she didn't do drugs like that. She just smoked hella weed, right? And she barely drank. She started drinking heavily when she got with me. And she barely had a drink, and if she did drink, it was like 1 or 2 drinks. As soon as she got with me, I was like, drinking. We're going to take some ecstasy. We're going to do some mushrooms. I was the bad influence on Raina. So, oh God, that girl, and I feel bad because my roommates were rude to her as well. And she was thick, right? And she would always be eating Jack in the Box, like fast food all the time. And she just... And she was a thick girl. She wasn't like, overly thick or anything. She had a great shape. And again, she was Italian, so she had ass for days, and the boobies were fine and stuff. But it's just that she was just always eating. She was always hungry, or she was always drunk and doing cocaine. She would literally do cocaine all night and wait for the carryout to open across the street from her place, and she would go get some alcohol and shit. the thing was, she lived like a block away from me too. So like any time of the day she was going to be home, or if she could, and she also went out and found me. Like that was the one thing we bonded over, is that we were both fans of music. I'm a musician. She likes musicians. She was a fan of music. We got to go. We went to some good shows, and she was into like awesome music. She was great. She was just fucking amazing purveyor of musical taste, and she turned me on to so many good bands, and yeah, man. My roommates one time, they started calling her feed bag. Because she was always eating, and she would always go into our fridge and just start eating our food. And it wasn't my food. I was broke. And so she would just start eating my roommate's food and shit. So they put up like a bag that said feed bag on it. And they put snacks in it. She's like, this is yours. You do this. And then they banned her from the house. So my roommates were like, she can't be here anymore. She has to go somewhere else. So one time she's walking up with me. And he's like, no way. Jack in the Box is that way. And he points off to because Jack in the Box was just a block over from our house. And he's like, she can't come in here, bro. She cannot come in here. She is fucking cannot. I mean, the thing was that it was just wild. It was just a wild relationship. And, you know, like, and I wish I would have been more respectful to her, you know, and I wish she would have been more respectful to me. I just wish a lot of this stuff didn't happen, you know, like I wish that I would have had the self-respect to go and be with somebody else. It took literally Raina having to come and like steal me away for me to do it. And my roommates actually helped me with that, because he was like, dude, you should just get with Raina, bro. Like, because we were always hanging out and we were friends. He's like, why don't you get with Raina and drop fucking the other girl? I was like, well, I don't know, whatever. I didn't even think about it, honestly. I was just, you know, me and Raina were just friends and stuff, and Raina definitely like hit on me first. And yeah, so it just turned out that Raina was way cooler. You so lucky she came along. Imagine you still restocking her snacks. She got so mad at that feedback too. She would rip it down. She was like, you guys are fucking assholes. And there'd be like a bag of chips in there, and she would eat the chips. I'm going to fucking eat these chips though, because you guys fucking paid money for it. So I know you paid money for this, so I'm going to eat them just to do. It's like, oh man, not helping your case, baby. But yeah, toxic relationships are fucked up, man. They're really, really fucked up. And, I don't know why people stay in them. I don't know why I stayed in it for so long. I mean, it was toxic from day one. From day fucking one, it was toxic. So, I mean, I was just a drunken, drugged up mess. So, you know, the sex was great. And I knew I could get laid any time of the day. As long as she was home, like I could just walk over there and smash. But yeah, change sucks and hope is a powerful drug. Yeah. And you know, like there were great moments where we had, you know, we shared interest in the same interest in movies and TV shows. So we'd watch like The Office, you know, we'd binge watch The Office, and, you know, we listened to music, and it was, you know, there was great parts of it, but it was just, it always devolved into just terrible fights. And like, she had a British roommate, and he would step in when we would be yelling, and he would come down and be like, mate, what's going on? You gotta go. And I'm just like, I'd be like, fuck you, bitch. Take your ass back to Britain or whatever. I'd just fucking yell at him. And all her roommates hated her because she would go and eat their food and drink their booze. But so one time I was wasted, and this dude kicks me out of the apartment. He's like, you gotta go, mate. And I'm just like, fuck you, bitch. Whatever. I'm gonna go call fucking INS on you. And I literally drunkenly went home, found the number for the local INS, which is the immigration, the police. I can't remember what they said. I think INS is the right word for it. But I called them. It was a weekend, so I left a message. Nothing ever happened. I called and was like, there's an illegal alien living at this apartment. You gotta come get him. It is like ICE, but this was in San Diego too. So is Border Patrol? I don't know it wasn't Border Patrol. Is it INS? Hold on. La migra. That's what they say. And INS. I don't know how to spell. I'm such a oaf. It's not INS. That's definitely not INS. Yeah, I guess you could just say it's immigration or ICE or whatever. It was just whoever I called. Immigration Naturalization Service. That is it. The INS. Okay, cool. So I wasn't wrong. So it is INS. I called them. Was like, hey, this fucking British guy's over here illegally. And I don't even know if he was there illegally. I just fucking made it up because he was always interfering with our arguments and shit. It's like, what do you want to, are you trying to hit? Are you trying to hit too? I would accuse him of fucking my girlfriend. And I'm sure he did not want to. Born in East LA, man, I was born in East LA. Born in the East LA. What's up? Sorry, I just saw your message. Hope you're having a good day, brother. Yeah, Mighty. Hold on, we gotta give Mighty some love here. Anyways, my parents came into town one time with this girl, and she had started some shit between me and my friends because she was a shit stirrer too. And I remember we were at dinner. And my friend calls me. He's like, dude, why is your girlfriend telling my girlfriend that I'm out here fucking other ladies? Like, what is fucking wrong with her? Tell her to stop spreading rumors. He was actually fucking other ladies. But she actually didn't lie. That was the other thing. She didn't lie unless it was convenient for her, because she would lie about, like, fucking other dudes. But, like, I mean, I was fucking other chicks, too. So, whatever. But I remember my parents came to town and took us out to dinner. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm just like, this fucking. I was like, why the fuck you spreading rumors? I was like, shut the fuck up and don't say another word for this entire meal. I think I called her a bitch and shit. And my mom was like, do you let him talk to you like that? And she's just like, he does it all the time. And I was like, listen, bitch, shut the fuck up. I am so done with this. It was, when I think about it now, it's embarrassing to me that I did that in front of my parents. Like, my mom and my dad came all the way to San Diego to visit me and my fucking crazy ass girlfriend. But like, she's just, oh God. And the horrible things that we'd say to each other was just terrible. So yeah, toxic relationships, not cool. Stay away. Let's watch more of it. Let's get back to Robin's O face here.
And when he's in a manic state, he doesn't sleep. He has enormous amounts of energy. So your sleeping agitates him. He gets you up. There's an argument.
Look at
of course
look at his face. This is where he's thinking, oh, why is this bitch telling everybody things? I can't believe she's doing this. Like, if you watch the documentary, he talks about this incident where he's talking about, like, I can't believe she's doing this. And I just wanted to get up and start breaking shit and just flip shit over and start punching. I don't know about relationships at all anymore. You know, sometimes, man, sometimes you got to take a break. Friends are better. Yeah, I feel that. Like, if me and Raina, or something happened to Raina and I was single again, you know, I would just be, I don't know what I would do. I mean, I don't even know. I just listening to, oh, okay. And his uncool story. Whatever, Mighty Mike. Mighty Buddy's got jokes and comments. My uncool stories. Whatever, bro. You tell us some cool stories, bruh. The guy I was seeing asked me if I wanted to clean his flat for money. I am sick of it too. I heard that, Morby. I heard you saying that on Raina's stream. That dude is a douche. But is it a good amount of money? And do you need the money? Because you have your own job. You make your own money. So I couldn't imagine you need some dude's money, but is it a good good amount of money he's offering? I mean, I'm not saying to do it. I'm just trying to gauge on how big of a scummy fuck he is. $20, $20. Yo, man, there was one time too when it was like Valentine's Day, and she made me like a really nice meal, and she had made like the bed, and she put like these little hearts, like little wax hearts that had like nice things, like the little hearts that have the gross little hearts that you can eat, but these were wax because she didn't want to put wax all over. I didn't even ask. I was like, I don't think that's a good idea immediately. Fair enough, Morby. Fair enough. You don't deserve any kind of disrespect, and especially if it wasn't coming from a place of respect either. I showed up drunk as fuck. I was like blacked out drunk. I like ate her food. Like I just ate it down. Didn't even say a word to her. Then went downstairs, and she had like the bed all made with like roses and stuff on it. I just take the cover and yank all the shit off it because I'm like, what the fuck is this stuff? And I tried eating one. I was like, I spit it out, and I'm like, this shit, you can't eat this shit. And I fucking throw the blanket with all the stuff all over the room and pass out. And that was our Valentine's Day. And she was so mad, which in that case, that was so rude, right? Like that's fucking disgusting on my behalf. And that's the thing. It takes two to tango, you know? So I'm not blaming all her because it wasn't all her. But I mean, it was both of us. So these two, I mean, look at him. He's just like, why are you saying these things? Don't say that. Don't say that.
Sleep.
So you run out of the room and he runs after you.
Right.
And people see this, and it's in the paper.
Right.
You know, I wanted to do this interview with the two of you together. I could have talked to Robin outside and you outside, but I wanted you to hear this because I wanted people to understand. And you're sitting here and listening to this.
This is a situation in which I'm dealing with my illness. And basically, this is my wife, and we're dealing with it.
Robin, there was the incident last month when Mike drove his car into a tree.
Oh, geez. Yeah, he's disrespecting me before, and no, I don't need this. At first, I was like, well, everybody has a bad day sometimes, but I am done making excuses for other people's shitty behavior. Fair enough. Fair enough, Morby. You're an amazing human being, and you shouldn't have, no one should disrespect you in that sense or make you feel less than, and especially some fucking doucher. Yeah, once I'm done with a situation, I am done. It just takes me a little longer to quit giving a shit, if that makes sense. It does. It does make sense. I mean, my first real girlfriend who took my virginity, that was a toxic relationship. That fucking sucked. And she ended up getting back with her ex-boyfriend and kicked me out of her trailer. So that was harsh. But I knew it wasn't the right relationship. But it hurts and it sucks. And you try to, you're still attached to somebody. It's still like a drug. You know what I mean? Like every time you're around somebody that, like if Raina left me now, I'd be devastated. I'm addicted to her. I'm addicted to that sweet, sweet booty. I can't, I can't get enough. Every time she walks by, I gotta grab some of it. You know what I'm saying? Like just get in there, like dig in, like, get up in that booty. I'm just like this, like that. No, that's not how I do it. You can't have a bad day all the time. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Bad days all the time. That don't even make sense. So Barbara Walters is here cornering Mike Tyson with Robin Givens, and she's like, I want you to hear this. I want you to hear this, Mike Tyson.
Tell us what happened.
Michael had no intention of killing himself. None whatsoever. And we hadn't been fighting. I was just trying for the first time to be strong. And I think what happens sometimes, I think for the first time I can understand abused women, because what happens is, or people, you say, why do you stay in there? Well, number one, you love the person, and number two, you get accustomed to being treated poorly. So every day, behavior that you would normally not accept becomes everyday behavior. And I woke up and I said, I don't deserve this. I never had this in my life before, and I'm not going to tolerate this.
Where were you?
I was in New York, in our apartment in New York. Michael was in upstate New York where he trains. And I think for the first time he detected something different in my voice. I wasn't screaming. I was serious and to the point. And he worried, and that bothered him. And he kept calling. All throughout the night, he would call and wake me up. Do you love me? Are you sure you love me? Finally, it was about 11 o'clock. He called me and said that he loved me and he was going to prove his love and to call back at 11:20. I knew right away what Michael was going to do. It's something that he'd been threatening to do. We had seen that side. I tried to get him to hang on and I couldn't. I rushed into the room. I told Mom. At 11:15, I called and the ambulance was on its way. To tell you the truth, they told me he was in a car. It was a great deal of relief.
What had you thought?
I thought that I knew that he had guns, or I knew that he'd been trying to get guns, and I thought that maybe he was going to be a little bit more deliberate.
So that you'd feel sorry?
Yes, yeah. So I was actually relieved. Got in a car and went there, and I was angry. I was very, very angry.
The people watching can't see that as you were talking, Mike, there's no anger. He's rubbing the back of your neck. Why are you doing this interview? What you wanted people to know?
I don't want him to seem like a bad guy. He's not a bad guy. It happens.
Sounds kind of like a manipulative asshole, really. If you don't love me, I'll kill myself. I don't like that. I don't like that shit. That's what my ex did. That's what my ex did. She's like, I'm gonna go to San Francisco and jump off the bridge. And I was like, do it. Again, I'm taking responsibility for my part in that relationship. You know, like I was rude as fuck. It was awful. I was like 24, 25 or something. You know, it's a do a backflip. Yell my name on the way down. It was rude. It was rude of me to say. And so she ended up leaving town. She's I'm driving there. She called me from the road. She's like, I'm going. And I remember Raina came over and like I was drunk and I was just like, yeah, my girlfriend's about to go jump off the Golden Gate Bridge. And I'm telling Raina this and she's like, okay. And I laid my head in her lap. How awkward is that? It was only a matter of time before I started swacking that ass. Some good ass. Anyways, yeah. So it's that's pretty manipulative, you know, that's sort of narcissistic, I would say, to hold that over someone's head, like I'll kill myself if you don't get back with me or if we can't work this out or whatever it is. That's rude. You can't hold people like that.
For a reason, something that we're now working to control. With the type of disease that Michael has, he was a hyperactive child. It turned into something else. It's something that he's had for a very long time. It went untreated, therefore it got worse. It's something that the doctor says gets worse in your 20s.
Why do you think this is that nobody saw it before? The Customato didn't see it. The Bill Caton didn't see it.
I can't imagine that anyone could live with Mike Tyson and not recognize that there was a problem. Let me say this. I mean, there are times when Michael is manic and he's incredibly abusive. Not physically, mentally, verbally abusive. I can't imagine that anyone could live with Mike Tyson, the one that I know, the one that I see, and not recognize that there's a problem. There's no possible way. Hitting teachers, hitting girls and pulling them into a bathroom. You cannot just, it's not a bad boy when they occur too often.
So why wasn't it treated?
Because I think he did very well in the ring. I think he did exceptionally well in the ring. And the way that they chose to handle it was to keep him in the ring.
You know.
Yeah, so there's that. And when you see Mike Tyson talking about this moment, he's just like, I can't believe he's saying these things. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, that is man, that in itself is just wild. Okay, I have another story here that we can cover. It's like she is his mother talking to a psychologist, and Mike is B9 sitting next to her. Yeah, but you gotta imagine, like, he was so young when he became the champ. Gotta feed the kiddo. I'll be back. No worries, Pizza Man. Thank you for hanging out. Give him some food for me. I don't know what that means.